nice sunny day in late February, and I thought it was a nice day for doing one of the regular jobs in the garden, which is turning the compost throughout the year. Every week or so, or every month or so will do, because composting is such a useful and important and absorbing part of gardening, I find. Plants need organic matter, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, in my mind, to throw away everything that your plants produce when they die back, send it to the council in a green bin, and then you have to go out and buy compost in plastic sacks, and you'll never buy as much as you could make yourself. So composting is a great sustainable way to save yourself money and help save the planet. So it may sound complicated, but actually it's very simple. You need something to a container, and there's all sorts of different containers, as everybody knows. You can make them out of pallets. And the key thing, I think, is to have a mixture of different sorts of stuff. So green and brown, wet and dry. You can do a certain amount of twiggy stuff, as long as it's balanced by softer stuff with green stuff. So a magic combination is leaves and grass clippings. But anything, and particularly kitchen waste, because that's got lots and lots of nitrogen in it. So mix everything up and leave nature to do its stuff. And there's a myriad of organisms like bacteria and fungi and mites and beetles and slugs even. So most slugs are actually beneficial, and they live on compost heaps and they do their work. And what they're doing is turning all this organic matter into really good, nutritious plant material, which helps to retain soil in the moisture in the soil, and there's nothing bad about it. So this is what it looks like now, and over here, this is what I made last summer. And I'm sorry that this time of the year, things are a bit cold, so you don't see the huge number of worms and activity that you would do in the summer. I have a compost thermometer, and last summer I was getting temperatures of up to about 50 or 60, and when you get to that sort of speed, it really rots down quickly. So this is what we're going to be spreading. I'm going to be spreading around my on my veg plots quite soon, actually. So what about the bigger stuff? Well, I know I'm really lucky having enough space for an area like this, but if you're serious about wanting to recycle as much as possible in your garden, it's a great idea to just put aside one area of it. It can be a tiny area, but just organise it so you can stack things according to different characteristics. So here I've got tree prunings that some of them will make pit props, other ones I might turn into firewood. Smaller stuff, again, stacked out here. And just stuff left to rot down. So these are some old rotted timbers, but underneath you will see the most lovely, soft, nutrient-rich soil, and you can also see in the summer lots and lots of wildlife activity on the logs. They're doing great. They're providing homes for wildlife, and they're doing good for your garden. The other thing that I do is shred. Over here we have a pile of shreddings that I'm waiting to home somewhere. They make great paths between the veg plots. And this contraption here I built a few years ago to encourage hedgehogs to come and take up residence. I see them from time to time, but not as often as I'd like. But it's also popular for field mice, which are also good for the environment. Okay. So this is one of the uses of the compost. I've spread this over this raised bed back in the autumn, and just leaving the worms and the organisms to do their bit and dig it in. Trying not to dig is a thing I'm concentrating on more and more, because it's better to leave the organisms to do their own stuff without disturbing them, and also it reduces the amount of carbon dioxide that's released into the atmosphere. So that's it. I hope I've given you a few ideas to think about, and good gardening.